It's one of the worst natural disasters in U.S. history, and 8 years after Hurricane Katrina blew through New Orleans in 2005, the damage is still fresh. But for one Elon student, the hurricane hits even closer to home.
Members of the Gulf started the school year just like any other freshman at Elon. But only 8 years ago, what should have been a normal start to her 5th grade year was interrupted in a big way by Hurricane Katrina.
My mom just had a feeling that it was going to be worse than the meteorologists thought it would be.
McKenna was only 9 years old when her family fled the Category 5 storm that busted levees and flooded the streets of New Orleans.
I had this little pink roller backpack and I had maybe 4 outfits in it.
But after only a few days, McKenna realized going home was not an option.
I remember watching that footage on TV. It was just surreal, you know. And I think at that age I didn't really understand what was happening. I mean, I was 9, so I just thought oh, maybe in 2 weeks we'll be able to move back.
McKenna was forced to move with her family to Maryland, where they lived in a hotel for 4 months. Cut off from friends back home, McKenna had to adjust to a new school and a new life.
So it was kind of hectic that I had to figure out my schedule and what language I wanted to take, and with all of that, we were living in a hotel.
Despite all the obstacles, McKenna graduated and chose Elon as her new home, but she still wants people to remember the powerful impact Katrina had and still has today.
Just because issues aren't on the news daily or in social media all the time, that people are still struggling from them, that we should be mindful and thankful of what we have.
Addie Haney, Elon Local News.
Members of the Gulf Coast community gathered on Wednesday to remember the nearly 1,800 lives lost. In New Orleans, small groups met to call attention to climate change and the eroding coastline while in Waveland, Mississippi. The Ground Zero Hurricane Museum opened to the public.